Many people tell me, why think about modes and intervals when you can just think about the key or the parent scale? Those people are dipshits. Let's start by looking at a chord progression from one of my favorite all-time artists. T. Swift, of course. Crash course in theory. In C major, if you stack thirds, you get 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, 7 diminished. I'm just taking the 4, 5, 3, and 6 from the key. Now, a person with a bird brain would just play the major scale and let the roots change underneath them, like this. In a way, for music that is all diatonic, this kind of system is sort of better. All you need to do is memorize a scale shape across the neck and then ear out what's happening against the roots. So you have F, so you can kind of follow your intuition and get to okay sounding places, but you don't really know what's going on because your system is not derived from the roots of each chord and you're not relating that scale information to each chord. Now I'm going to play a 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 pattern inside each of the modes. So a 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 pattern in C Ionian looks like this. But my first chord in the song isn't C, it's F. So on F, I'm playing F Lydian, which is the fourth mode of C Ionian. Applying it to an F root looks like this. But I played a sharp 4 because in that mode, the fourth is sharp. So what I'm really thinking about is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 that's inside each mode. In G Mixolydian, it looks like this. In E Phrygian, I have 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 3. And then in Aeolian, I have 1, 2, flat 3, 4, flat 3. So putting together a melody like that intervallically inside each mode looks like this. But that allows you to do something. You are zooming out to the macro, which is called harmonic analysis, and then you are zooming in to the micro, which is called melodic analysis. Let's think about that for a moment. When we're thinking about harmony, we're zooming out and we're looking at the entire chord progression, and then we're measuring the intervals of the bass notes to the key. If you don't understand intervals, you need to, and you need to join our Patreon for the interval map. That video is going to unlock intervals for you. For harmonic analysis, we zoom out and look at the chord progression and analyze the bass motion first. So I know it's in the key of C. What is F in the key of C? I just take a look at the bass note F compared to the bass note C. It's the fourth of C. So it's the 4 major chord. Then I have G. What is G in C? It's the fifth. A great tool to find those intervals is just playing the major scale from C. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5 chord. E minor, 1, 2, 3. 3 minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The A. A minor. So now I know it's the 4, 5, 3 minor, 6 minor. This macro approach to harmony gives me the ability to match the mode with the chord. It's the chord scale connection. Without it, I don't know what to play over what. In my brain, I have memorized that 1 is Ionian, 2 is Dorian, 3 is Phrygian, 4 is Lydian, 5 is Mixolydian, 6 is Aeolian, 7 is Locrian. And I also memorized the interval patterns of each one. Ionian is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dorian is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. Phrygian is 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. Lydian is 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7. Mixolydian is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. Aeolian is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. Locrian is 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. Flat 7. I have it ingrained in my brain, and you need it ingrained in your brain too. I see a lot of people who make the point, why use all these modes when you can just use the key? Meaning I have, let's say, E going to F, going to G, going to A minor. Why can't I just think about the key of C? People don't really think about the key of C neutrally. They think about C Ionian and they apply C Ionian to all those changes. Some of them, it's gonna work okay. Some chords, it's gonna sound like dog shit on. Like G7, C focused lines sound like this. It's just not the right sound. So you really have to target specific areas of the mode by really adjusting what you're doing to the bass notes. Now I will say this, it's all training wheels. Playing at a high level means thinking about nothing. I just make the right decisions intuitively. I don't need to look down. I'm not thinking about intervals. I'm not thinking about shapes. I'm not thinking about scales. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm a good musician. I just play. But practicing is about having the best, most concise, most accurate perspective and trying to focus and hold it in your brain for the duration of your study. And modes are the most concise and perfect ways to visualize the sounds you're playing over. Modes are the names of each sounds in essence. So enough basic bitch music. Let's look at the Girl From Ipanema by Antonio Carlos Jobim. You have the 1 chord, F major 7. Then you have 5 of 5, G7. Then you have G Dorian, which is G minor 7. G flat 7, back to F major 7. Zoomed out, in the macro, if I'm analyzing it, that's 1. It goes to 2 dominant, which is called the 5 of 5, whenever you have a dominant chord built on the 2nd degree of the scale. Then you have a 2 minor chord, which is just diatonic to the key. Then you have sub 5 of 1, which is a substitute dominant, a tritone substitution for the 5 chord. If I have C7, the 5 chord, and I look for another dominant chord that's a tritone away from the root C, I get G flat 7. The mode choices that go with each one are this: F Ionian, G Lydian dominant, G Dorian, G flat Lydian dominant, back to F Ionian. Now, let's say I'm trying to apply a formula on each one, and this is where intervals really kick in. I'm out of the macro, I'm zooming in, and now I'm inside each one of these modes, and I'm treating each change like a modal modulation, meaning the ones, the bass notes shift, and my thinking shifts with them. So F is 1, G is 1, G is still 1 for the G minor, G flat is 1, F is 1. But now I'm not just going to play 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm going to go 5, 6, 5, 6 of each one. Now, because these are Lydian dominants, their 4s are really the thing that gives them the balls, right? So let's do something that has 4 in it. Like I'm gonna go 3, 4, 5. So it's a great way to just check out the same fragment of melody over changes. Now, I don't have the ability to think about the parent scale like I did in a T Swift song. I can't think F major because those notes are not going to fit over 2 of the 4 chords. So I have to think this way. If you dig this stuff, join our Patreon. We have everything notated, tabbed for you. We also have a gigantic backlog with tons of lessons, deep dives, transcriptions, you name it. Also, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.